Oh, well, if it isn't the famous detective, the one that all the officers were warning me about. You must be a very good one if everyone's amazed by you. Oh, that coffee smells really good. Is that for me? No? But where's my drink? Why didn't you get me anything? Bad people don't get anything? You meanie. But I'm not a bad person. Why am I here? I haven't done anything wrong. Detective, answer me this. Is it wrong to love someone? Exactly. We all have a right to love someone, to do anything for those that we love. If all that is okay, why am I in handcuffs? Trespassing? Kidnapping? Stalking? First of all, it's not stalking when a cute guy like me does it. It's called investigating and researching. As for all of those other things, you need to understand. Those aren't crimes. Those are acts of love. I didn't break into a stranger's house. I simply invited myself into my love's house. And as for the kidnapping, she technically never left her house. So, I don't see how I could be accused of such a crime. No, I didn't let her go. She escaped. Well, it's a bit embarrassing to admit, but she tricked me. She'd been a good girl the past few days. She stopped arguing with me. She started to eat and enjoy my cooking. And she started saying all these nice things to me. So one day when I came back from shopping, she said she wanted me to be her one and only. She wanted to show me how much she loved me. I was so surprised and so happy that I wasn't thinking straight. So she asked me to untie her so she could, do, the details aren't important. The point is, she asked me to untie her, and I did. Then she said she was embarrassed to, undress in front of me, so she asked if she could go to my bathroom, and I said yes. It wasn't until I heard police sirens that I looked outside the bathroom and realized she was gone. She had escaped through the window and called the police. You don't know how much that hurt me. For my love to just betray me like that. That's why I didn't even try to escape. I just let the police arrest me and I ended up here. By the way, is she okay? Good. I'm so mad at her for betraying me like this. But part of me's happy to know that she's okay. Huh? Why didn't I just ask her on a date? Are you crazy? You want me to just walk up to someone I don't know and try talking to them? Because it's not that easy, you know? I thought about how to approach her. Like maybe bump into her on the train she takes to work, or getting a job at the coffee shop she always goes to, or just sneak into her bedroom in the middle of the night and cuddle next to her. Oh, but I was always afraid that no matter how I approached her, she might say no, and I'd never get to see her again. So I thought that the best solution was just not give her the option of saying no. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Knowing that they won't reject you? What do you mean rejection's not a bad thing? How can that ever be a good thing? Learning experience? Detective, look at me. Do you really believe that? Don't you ever feel lonely? Sad? Angry for the situation you're in? Don't look at me with that surprised look. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're the star detective! A decorated officer with so many awards and titles to your name. You've taken down so many criminals and have saved so many lives. Many people would love to be like you. But despite that, sometimes it feels like no one would love to be with you. Despite all that fame, you still go to the same empty apartment every night, eating dinner alone while watching TV. Then you go to sleep in a cold bed without someone warm to hold, to care for. I know that sometimes it keeps you up at night, that you wonder if all those things mean anything, if you have no one to share them with. How do I know so much about you? Would you believe me if I told you I can see it in your eyes? Under that cold, serious expression, I can see a bit of jealousy in your eyes. That even though you're just doing your job, you wish that someone cared for you as much as this crazy guy cares about that girl. This might be a surprise, but I think you should know. Someone does care about you. What am I talking about? Detective, you disappointed me. You are supposed to be the smart one. How is the coffee? Is it as tasty as you remember it? That sedative should be kicking in right about now. Hey, I wouldn't try getting up if I were you. You might fall. I'm sorry I had to do this, but this was the only way. It took so much time and money. Luckily, I had both. Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you. Wave all you want at the window. They're not here to help you. They're here to help me. See, Detective, my target was never that person. She's cute, but she's not who I was after. My target was you. It's always been you. I've been waiting for you for a while, but I never knew how to get close to you. And the more I looked into your personal life, the more I felt that you were the one for me. But because you were such a high-ranking detective, I knew the case had to be big enough for you to be called. So, I picked a person at random, followed them for a few days, and then had some fun with them. How did I pull this off? Well, it was quite easy, really. Nothing a few bribes here and there couldn't fix. The most difficult one was your partner. At first, they wouldn't accept a bribe and refused to help me. But after some convincing, they finally agreed. Oh, don't worry though. I'll make sure I treat you with all the love and care that you deserve. I'm not going to tie you up like I did with that girl. That girl I tied down with some chain I found lying around. But not you. I'll make sure you get the nicest collar and leash I can find. I'll give you the best meals, buy you the best clothes, and give you all the hugs and kisses. I know you might be against it now. But trust me, with enough time you'll see just how much I love you. And eventually, I know you'll love me too. Of course, this means you can't be a detective anymore. It's too risky to have you out in public. It's also a problem if people found out that you disappeared. I want to go somewhere where no one knows your name. Your coworkers have helpfully organized that for us. Any moment now, they'll be here to take us there. We'll start a new life together, far away from here. You'll never have to worry about being alone again. Because I will never let you go. Where are we going? Where else? Home. Good night, sweetheart. See you in the morning.